Yo, what's up, everyone? Yo, wait a minute. I forgot to change that and everything. But yo, what's good, everyone? Good evening to y'all. Happy Sunday to y'all. And today, we're gonna be doing the World of Music Producers podcast with Fearless Beatz tonight. So this is just a podcast where we talk about a lot of subjects and topics ranging inside of the music industry as well as just the content creation industry and stuff. So any kind of so yeah, pretty much any kind of I would say topics and everything that really just pique our interest or pique the interest of many other people and everything. We'll definitely be talking about it and stuff. Let me put this a little bit closer. There we go. Yeah, freaking the lighting on my face is not that good at night and stuff. Then again, I'll probably just have to turn up the brightness in the camera. So give me a second. Alright, so let me go ahead and go into my properties right here real quick. Configure video. Alright, there we go. Nice. Cool. So now I got the lighting better. But yeah, so we're just waiting on Fearless Beatz to give us a call, and then we'll switch on over, and we'll see what kind of topics we got today. I know a couple of the topics I want to talk about are definitely like the Twitch revenue split that's going on. And how like YouTube is gonna be helping smaller creators and everything. The Vital 1.5 update, I definitely want to talk about that. I don't know if anyone over there actually, owns Vital or anything like that, but frickin' if they want to, then definitely they need to try out this. They need to try out this update for real. But the definite ones I want to talk about are stuff that we kind of talked about before, but some stuff we talked about before, like are you a producer and a beat maker? But the main one I want to talk about is are beats sounding the same and all that stuff, and is it more like an agenda by the industry itself, or is it just because producers are just getting lazy now and it's just like, all right, we'll just make some trap beats because we know it's going to sell and stuff. So there's going to be a lot of topics we're going to be talking about today. So this is gonna be freaking dope, man. So I can't wait to get started with this. Oh, there's the call.
Oh, wait. Interesting. I can have that at the same time? Wow. That's actually quite nice. That's
what's
quite
good,
nice.
Man.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Hey, bro.
How have you been, man?
Honestly, I've been awesome, bro, cuz I was trying out the FL21 beta earlier and stuff, and oh man, some of the new features they had in there is like, that's pretty game changing for the DAW that it is and stuff now.
Nice. Wait, so when did that actually come out?
The beta's actually been out for, I'd say like a couple months now and everything. I started hearing a lot about it a couple months back and everything from what's his name? My best friend Jacob and Busy Works Beats and stuff. and everything. They actually had a couple of videos talking about like, oh yeah, the beta's out, we're gonna test that out and everything, and they were showing a couple of the new features they had, and I was like, oh man, like I might want to try this, but I didn't like get to it until a couple months later because I didn't know if it was gonna like take over like the version that I have already and stuff, or is it just gonna be like working in parallel with it and stuff. And it actually turned out in the forum they were saying like, oh, it works in parallel with everything, so it's like, oh, okay, well then that makes it easy. Freaking, it doesn't mess with my actual version that I have now and shit.
Oh, that's good, because that would be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, for real.
So what are the new features that make it exciting?
Well, definitely they added a feature that Ableton actually has and everything, where you know how quickly I'm actually gonna switch over a scene on my screen real quick.
Okay.
But if you actually seen like Ableton's how quickly you can find stuff, like, you know, with Control F and everything, like the way you can search shit up, they actually finally added that into FL Studio, and that makes finding all your samples like so much easier, man. Because before and everything, you had to literally like go into the packs, click into the packs, go into your folder, find that one specific folder, find that one specific kick that you wanted and all that stuff. Like, it became a pain and stuff.
Wow,
but,
that's a huge feature too. That's
so
damn,
yeah,
I didn't even
the
realize
fact that they added that, yeah, the fact that they added that, I was like, yo, that's already a game changer right there. Because man, I was able to find all my samples like so quick.
Yeah, nice, man. Yeah, that's gonna be very, very useful. I feel like that's a feature that's worth upgrading it for.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, yeah, FL Studio has free upgrades anyway, so it's not like some crazy thing. So yeah, that's a must-have. Interesting. I wonder what other little things FL doesn't have that Ableton has that we're not thinking of, because I just assumed it would have had like a search feature for that. You know what I mean? I had no idea. Does it have like the categories feature?
Well, it did have
like the color-coded categories like that? Can you do that in FL?
It didn't have that. It didn't have that right now. No, and everything. They did have a way where you could like go from like one, like go to your plugin database, and also if you could go to your plugin database a little bit faster, and you can go to like the current history of your project faster and everything. But they didn't have like all that stuff in categories and stuff, other than just having it on one whole list in a packs folder and stuff. Which of course you gotta search through that and everything.
Yeah,
but
that's
definitely another feature.
Appreciate you guys for coming through. Yeah, dude, this is actually my first live stream on my new channel, so I'm not expecting the craziest turnout, but it's pretty good already. So I appreciate everybody for coming through. Oh wait, I just realized I'm not showing my desktop yet. My bad, guys. Let me change that. That'd be crazy if I kept going and didn't even realize that. My bad, guys. There you go. Now you can see this sexy man right here. But yeah, we already got 5 people in here, so thank you guys so much for coming through. This is the new channel. This is where we're going to be streaming from now on. We're going to keep it all separate over here, and it's going to be a blast, man. So yeah, that's one thing that I'm doing now is I'm keeping my other channel strictly for like Ableton tutorials and stuff like this. And then I'm keeping this channel strictly for like streaming and our podcasts and beat critiques and doing like the stream stuff over here. So because they're kind of like 2 different kinds of content. But I think as someone that's just starting up, you should do it all on one. Like I think you're just getting started. So yeah, you should just keep it all on one, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, for someone who, I wouldn't say I'm that big yet. We have 10K, but it's starting to get to the point right now where like people won't watch this, you know what I mean, like the replays and stuff like that. No one's gonna watch this because they come to my channel just for that content. So like if I post some of those clips and stuff, they get like 10 to 100 views, and I'm like, all right, we gotta do a different channel for the loyal people that love to come through and hear what we have to talk about. So if you're in here, man, you're one of my favorite, and I appreciate y'all. Yeah, man. So actually, really quick, I did want to tell you something really quick, kind of on the DL. So I'm gonna mute my stream really quick, and you don't have to do yours if you don't want.
All right.
One second. It's a little seeky secret. Hold up. Okay, can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to say really quick. You don't have my chat open, do you?
No, I just have my
Okay,
own.
good. I was gonna, because that was one thing I wanted to be careful of because there's like a lot of trolls or there's people that come in here that I like. I just want to make sure like you're not like shouting them out on accident or anything like that because sometimes there's some weirdos that come in here and I just want to make sure like to ignore them. So that's why I was gonna be like, just make sure you're careful or whatever. But if you
Oh
don't
yeah,
have it
man.
open, then you're good to go anyway. So
Heck yeah, I just have my chat open right now. That's all I have.
awesome. All right, man. Appreciate that.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
What's good, Gavin Wood? How you doing? Sweet, man. So where do you want to jump in? Do you want to start with some of your topics first, since you were the first one to get them in at least? We got some dope topics for you guys today too, guys. So
All right.
get
Well,
prepared.
first, I just want to tell my chat and everything that in the link in the description and all stuff, you're gonna see all of Fearless Beats links and all stuff to his IG, his SoundCloud, as well as both of his YouTube channels. So definitely go give him a follow and subscribe to his
Hey,
videos, man. Because he makes
I
some really good
appreciate that.
content, especially if you really want to learn Ableton really good and stuff. But
Heck yeah, man. I appreciate that.
I also want to share this real quick before we get started.
And then
So
also his links are in our description as well. So
let's see.
yeah, we
So
came prepared today, guys. So we got like we're gonna pull up some screenshots and like some videos and some stuff like that. And I got a couple websites on my end too. So we came prepared today. It's getting better and better, man. We're gonna be pros at this in like a couple months here.
oh yeah, we're just getting used to how everything goes and getting into the flow, and then once
Yes, sir.
once we get it all good, it's gonna be like seamless. So I wanted to actually show this. So what do you think of this?
That looks good, man.
Yeah, that's the thumbnail that I put on for my channel and stuff.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, that's nice. I actually I downloaded this picture of you just in case I need to put it in any other thumbnails, but I
Oh
kind of like the
yeah,
one I got going already. Have you seen the one I have?
I have not seen that yet.
Crap, let me see if I can pull it up for you really quick. Um, I stole it. I stole it from one of your tutorials. Oh, wait, hold on. What did I do? What I
Oh,
ended
one of
up
my
doing is I actually
tutorials.
I took your picture and then do I have to full screen this? Let me see. Is there a way to like
I'm pretty sure you could just stream that
make
one
it bigger
specific
without full
window.
screening it, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I can drag it. Oh, sick. Okay, there we go. That's even better. I feel like drag it down. Okay, because that way it won't mess up those kind of things. Um, what I did is I took a picture from one of your thumbnails, and there was like something over your arm or something like that, and I used like the patch tool in Photoshop, and
Oh,
it rebuilt your arm from scratch.
wow, that's crazy.
Let's see. I think it's called Collab Stream Pick. Yeah, here we go. Oh yeah. I think it's really good because it's got you making the stink face or whatever, or the woo face.
Oh yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, here it is.
Oh
Can you
yeah,
see
I
it?
remember. I remember that one. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, oh
Yeah.
there, now it pops up for me. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, man, I thought that looked cool. I just threw the money all over it just to make it look sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, we getting the money. Ooh.
Getting the money, baby, and I got the boombox on me and everything, man. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I've downloaded that picture anyways because I'm like if I ever make like little clips or something, I can always throw that in there if I need to, you know? Makes it easy.
Hell yeah, that's nice, man. All right, so the first thing I actually wanted to talk about. This is probably gonna be something that's gonna um trigger a lot of music producers and stuff, but it's actually it's actually
Let's go.
stuff that I've been talking about with my brother and all stuff. But actually, I don't know if you know who Bolo the producer is, but he actually started talking about the subject, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be good. I gotta freaking talk about this. All right, so let me pull up the video real quick.
Okay.
All right, so right now it is 20.
All right, so let me full screen that.
I'm ready to get triggered.
All right, so the topic he's talking about is are all the new beats just sounding the same? And
Okay.
it's basically him saying like, are we just being lazy as producers, or is there a deeper meaning going on and stuff? So let's take a listen real quick.
All right, let's do it.
2022, and we are in a state of trap and drill saturation. A lot of trap and drill beats, even in the R&B genre. And I want to know if you guys feel like it is oversaturated, or do you feel like it's just mainstream media that is pushing those type of beats and those type of songs out? Because we all know there's a lot of great music, great hip-hop, traditional R&B that is out there, but the more and more we listen to the radio, all we hear is trap and drill style beats. Well, at least for me. And I want to know, is this something that the mainstream is pushing just because they know that it's a quick dollar and they can make it? Or is this something that is being created by the artists themselves? Is it the mainstream? Is it the man? Is it the machine? Or is it just the artists themselves? Because
so yeah, pretty much he's kind of saying that, you know, it could be either or, you know what I'm saying? It could be like, you know, hey, we're just like making it because we know we can make quick money off of it. Or it could just be like, that's literally what the mainstream is pushing out and everything. It could just be like a deeper, like I like to say it's like, it's more like an agenda by the mainstream to really like push out a certain kind of sound and just like neglect everything else in the process and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now I've heard like a lot of artists talk about this just from like YouTube videos and podcasts that I've seen, and artists have said that they are kind of sick of making this and they're waiting for like the next wave to come because they just keep making the same thing over and over again because it sells. There's a certain formula that sells, right? For like one artist, maybe like Polo G, he does these emotional trap beats. And every time he makes one of those beats or one of those songs, regardless if it's repetitive or sounds the same, it's always going to do good. Exactly. Now, no shouts out to Lil Baby. I love Lil Baby as an artist. But listen to his songs. They're almost all the same. Like, he might switch up the flow a tiny bit, once or twice, here or there. But besides that, it's just a different beat, and it all sounds like pretty much the same to me. But it hits. It sounds good, and it goes. So I have heard people say that, talk about that a little bit before. What do you think about that?
I definitely agree and everything, especially like more modern albums now and everything. Like I get, you know, it's their sound and that's what they want to put out and everything, but it's gotten to a point where every freaking album literally sounds like the last album I just heard. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so crazy. It's like, yo, this beat goes hard as fuck. Like, this whole album goes hard. Then I go listen to the next one. I'm like, okay, well, this kind of sounds like the last one I just heard, but I guess the only difference is the atmosphere or something like that he went for it for or something. Like, he probably went for a darker atmosphere on this one, but it's still the same beats regardless and stuff. And it's funny because there's actually a person in my Twitch chat and everything on my, like, final stream over there on Twitch. And he literally I guess he was just a troll himself. But he basically came in and said, all of the US and everything is just uninspired and all stuff. Everything sounds the same and everything. I'm like, okay, well, do you have anything that sounds different? And he freaking I guess he was like from Sweden or something. But he ended up playing like some Swedish rap. And it literally sounded like the shit we literally freaking make and stuff. It literally sounds like drill with a little bit of trap on it and everything. And I'm literally like, I was like, so your point is, like, you apparently make better music because it's in Sweden or something? Other than that, it's the same freaking sound and stuff. But
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
I honestly believe it's a freaking agenda by the actual industry itself and stuff. Because for as many different good albums I've heard from underground artists and all that stuff, like there's so much great potential out there for people to really shine and all that stuff. But yet the one thing people apparently want to listen to is just trap and drill and stuff. Like I find that hard to believe and stuff, especially when it comes to hip hop.
Yeah. And another factor is like when an artist tries something else or goes out of their box, people don't listen to it because, well, the new Drake album that just came out, almost everybody that I saw was shitting on it and just didn't like it. I know it's still obviously got a good push because it's Drake, and obviously no matter what he makes, everyone's gonna listen to it regardless. But people were really clowning on him for it, even though I don't mind it that much. It's not like it's bad or anything, but as soon as you go out of the box or try something like that, your fans are like, what the hell, man? This isn't the Drake I want. This isn't what I was expecting, and they get like weird about it too. So it also makes it hard on the artists to even experiment without, they're like having to worry that their fan base is going to go crazy or something. Now, it doesn't really matter for Drake because he's at like the top level, and it doesn't matter if he experiments and does some crazy shit. His artists are going to follow him regardless. It's not going to ruin someone's career, but that's another thing to look at as well. Another thing I think is like as hip hop has evolved, it just keeps getting more and more vulgar. Now because like back in the old days, we might have talked about like joining a gang and doing some stuff, but we weren't going into detail on how we're gonna kill people, on all the drugs we're doing. It's getting bad these days, man. Like the lyrics just keep getting worse and worse. It's almost like who can come up with the most graphic, worst lyrics possible. And I think with trap beats, and especially with drill beats, that's like the perfect combination for someone to just go crazy on because it sounds good with the aggressive, crazy lyrics.
Yeah.
So I think like that combination is super deadly, and like us as the listeners love that stuff because we're naturally evolved and wired to seek out like violence. That's just a normal thing for humans. We're drawn to it for some reason. So that could have a huge play as well. Now, I definitely think there's a narrative to push this kind of music because of that reason, right?
Yeah.
It holds people back from becoming better because they hear these lyrics and then they want to go do the drugs and they want to go commit crimes, and then it keeps people locked away in jail. So, and this music is a direct correlation between a lot of that stuff. So I definitely think there is a big narrative to push it as well, but it's just a culmination of a bunch of things, right? Mm-hmm. If like let's say a secret government or something did have a narrative to push this kind of music, it would only work if the music was still really good, right? If they were trying to push country on us, sorry, bro, I'm still not listening to it. There's nothing you could do. So I feel like it's like a mixed pot full of a bunch of different things that just culminated and worked so well together to make this just a crazy thing. But I agree with you. It's been trapped for a long time. And I'm actually really glad that rage beats are becoming popular. Drill's a little bit different. It kind of got stale to me a little while ago, but at least it's a little bit different than trap, you know what I mean? So it's nice to have these tiny things, but we need something big to come in, like a big new genre.
Yeah.
Another thing I just thought about was I'll let you go right after this, my bad. Creativity too, dude. Creativity could be dying as well because we're in this new age of instant verification, instant glamour. You post a photo, you get 100 likes. People are so addicted to that, and their attention spans are so short that there isn't as much creativity in the world anymore. You know what I mean? So that could be a big possibility as well. We're stuck in this maze because the creativity is just at an all-time low that no one's able to come up with something that's completely different and that would change the whole game. And it's all because they're posting this short form content, these TikToks, and the rap songs keep getting shorter and shorter. Now it's like common to see a 2-minute rap song. Remember when they were 5 or 6 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna watch one of those beats today. It just is what it is,
That's actually true. That's actually really true.
Yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
But yeah, hey, what's good, Ninja Pajamas? What's good, man? Glad you could join the stream. But yeah,
it's good. Soundproof Media. How you doing?
But yeah, the weekend's been going really good, bro. So I can't really complain. Hopefully your weekend's going really good as well, bro. But yeah, to bring it back to how you were talking about like how the lyrics are getting vulgar and stuff, I was actually talking about that with a coworker of mine. I think it was like last week and stuff. I was like, yo, isn't it kind of weird how like, you know, like back in the day, like we used to have like what I like to call like sexual innuendo and everything, where like you had to like figure out like what people were saying and everything. Like they would say certain words and it's like, oh, okay, he's talking about that and everything. So it actually kind of made it enticing in a little bit and stuff. Now like freaking literally people just flat out say it and all that stuff. Like they don't even freaking put any kind of innuendo on it. Don't have to think about it or anything. No subliminal or nothing. It's just straight up, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker and I'm gonna leave his ass in the street and stuff. It's like, damn, bro, really?
Yeah, seriously. Wait. Okay, I wanted to test something. Never mind. I was gonna see if I muted my mic on this end, would it still play through my desktop audio? I just want to check that out really quick, but it doesn't. So. Because I was gonna say.
But also,
never mind.
And also to bring it back to you saying like creativity dying, I honestly thought I was the only person who really thought that and everything, because especially with the new age of like, you know, you have AI technology, like how we were talking about earlier. You have AI freaking VST plugins and all that stuff where you could literally like just put in like a one note and it literally like plays like a whole freaking melody for you and all stuff. You don't even have to think twice about it. All you gotta do is like put it down a certain octave if you want it to sound lower or something. But yeah, like it's definitely gotten to a point where like people just make it real quick and all stuff. It's like, hey, as long as it sounds good and I can vibe to it, then freaking hey, we're gonna put out a freaking 30-second beat and freaking we're gonna make something.
Right. And do we even need to be creative anymore now that we got AI and all this extra stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's no, that'd be scary if we got in that route, because then why do we need humans at that point?
Yeah, that's exactly why we had that one talk on the podcast earlier where about the AI art that won like first place at the contest and stuff and shit. That like literally to actually know that dude didn't really put much effort other than just put in prompts for an AI and go like, all right, make it like this in this type of color with this kind of brush strokes or whatever and stuff, and it literally freaking won versus the people who actually spent months literally like creating that whole thing through hand and stuff. Like, yeah, I definitely feel it, bro. I definitely feel them on that.
Is the narrative to turn us into robots so that the AI can finally take over, because there is no need for us. So if they just keep killing our creativity, keep limiting our attention span, killing our creativity, making us into a vegetable, even everybody becomes vegetables, the robot race AI takes over because they can do everything that we can and more.
And at a faster pace and stuff. Like, whereas for us, it takes us like a couple months to even like possibly even like how some artists, it takes them like 3 years to make an freaking album and stuff. Get an AI to make an album, he'll make that shit in literally one day. Just be like, all right, I want this on this, sound like that, sound like this, that. All right, cool, we're good. We can publish it.
Crazy, man. Crazy stuff.
Yeah. Wins competition.
Oh yeah.
So this was the article I wanted to show on that one since I didn't have it before and stuff.
You got an article?
Yeah, the article for it. So, let me go ahead and share this real quick.
That's interesting. If it was easier to clear samples, people would be able to be more creative sampling things. I definitely agree. And I feel like there has been talks lately to make it easier to do things like that, at least with different platforms. So, but okay, is using samples creative because you're using someone else's work? So now you're even getting lazier, right? Now there's ways you can be creative with it by chopping it up and stuff, but using someone else's work, I feel like that's the ultimate lazy mode, you know? Then you're just doing the drums at that point, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
But who knows? Yeah. All right, what is this about? Oh, okay.
So this was the article that I was talking about, where it says an AI generated picture won art prize and artists aren't happy and stuff. And the guy literally is saying like, you know, I won and I didn't break any rules. You probably didn't break any rules, but still, like, come on, bro. Like, you didn't use your own hand to make this shit, okay? All right, so it says here, this year the Colorado State Fair's annual art competition gave out prizes in all the usual categories: painting, quilting, and sculpture. But one entrant, we won't, just for safety, and also we won't like say his name and stuff. But one entrant didn't make his entry with a brush and a lump of clay. He created it with Midjourney, which is, you know, the AI that I was talking about on that day and stuff. An artificial intelligence program that turns lines of text into hyper-realistic graphics. And his work, Theater de Opera Space Show, took home the blue ribbon at the fair's contest for emerging digital artists, making it one of the first AI-generated pieces to win such a prize and setting off a fierce backlash from artists who accused him of essentially cheating. Reached by phone on Wednesday, he defended his work by saying that he had made clear that his work, which was submitted under his name via Midjourney, was created using AI, and that he hadn't deceived anyone about his origin. So he already let them know about it and all that stuff. So the fact that they just allowed him to do it is already like a freaking red flag.
It wasn't in the fine print, I swear.
Yeah, like, hey, you can't say he didn't say about it, but I'm not going to apologize for it. I won. I didn't break any rules, and
I won. How can you say I?
Yeah, I won, and I did. Yeah, but you didn't freaking make the art by hand though. So how was it you then? Yeah,
AI won.
Yeah,
fair and square.
So AI generated art has been around for years, but tools released this year in the names of DALL-E 2, Midjourney, and Stable Diffusion have made it possible for rank amateurs to create complex, abstract, and photorealistic works simply by typing a few words into a text box. So basically, this whole picture that you see here, he just freaking put a couple text in and said, "Make it like this," and this is what you got out of it. Like that's freaking
sick,
nuts,
man. That's pretty realistic. That's yeah, that looks pretty good. Like I knew the AI art was getting good, but
nah, this is ridiculous, bro. Like this is something that literally would take an actual artist freaking literally like 4 years of like actual like re-imaging and all that fucking stuff just to get it perfect and stuff. So this AI did it in literally like seconds. That shit is crazy.
That is pretty crazy, man. Yeah, when you look at that, you're like, there's no way an AI can get that crazy yet, but apparently we're there. Like, even today, like I just said, I didn't even realize it was that complex yet. I knew it was good, but I didn't know it got, like, such fine details as, like, the print on the walls and stuff, you know?
Yeah, like it's an actual painting goes down and
crazy.
Stuff,
yeah, man. Now, imagine if someone starts using an AI in beat battles.
Ooh, but how would you be able to determine that though? That's the thing.
Exactly. How would you feel as a producer if you worked your butt off to make the best beats and you got all prepared for a beat battle? You know, you spend like months making the hottest beats you could possibly make, gathered them all together, and then come to find out that someone used their AI to make all those beats in an hour and whooped you.
Wow. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be ridiculous?
Yeah, like for real, like I'm actually like refining my own skills and also making sure it really sounds the best. And this guy just within a couple prompts and everything just makes a dope ass beat and all stuff. And then for literally the rest of the week, he's just chilling and everything. Like, all right, I think I could just win this shit like that.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you're still sharing your screen, by the way. I don't think anything important showed. I hope not. I hope no one can get in using your key, but I tried to minimize it. All right, there we go.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Because I don't know if you can hack into someone's stream using that RTFM thing. I think you can. You can use their code, but I think it's hashed out, luckily.
Yeah. So let me go ahead and unshare that real quick. See.
No one in here would do it. Luckily, we're not like thousands of people deep, too.
Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, I wanted to show that off since I didn't have the article before and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, like Gavin was saying, it is a lot easier to clear samples and stuff when you have a big platform and your big name, right? And that's 100% true, right? Because like clearing your sample for a big name means a lot more than clearing it for someone that doesn't have a name. Because if you don't really have a name, not a lot of people are going to hear it anyways. You might not even need to claim it if you're not a big name, because who's going to find out anyways? So.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. That was a pretty complex. I wasn't expecting that art to be that complex. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was crazy. All right, so was there a topic you want to talk about?
Yeah, we could switch over to one of mine. Okay, Soundproof Media is saying we still don't have the human groove in AI, I'm guessing, so only we can feel the music and sound selection. Yeah, I think definitely we don't have a lot of the human aspects that go into art, like the emotions that it takes to create interesting things, or the idea. I don't even know if AI could be creative and come up with a new genre that's never been heard of, or that you can't combine certain ones to make as well. But there have been AI that have created like Travis Scott songs from scratch and things like that, and it sounded pretty damn good. So I think I was talking about that last time too. Let's see here. Okay. Wait, can I zoom in on this? Super small. I guess I can't. Let's see. Well, my stuff goes into like the whole Twitch thing. So do you want to cover yours first, or do you want to start from or do you want to share anything else that isn't like Twitch or YouTube related? Because I feel like we should get all that stuff out of the way first, because then all my stuff is about like the new laws and like crazy stuff going on with Twitch and YouTube.
Oh, all right. Well then, yeah, like the other stuff I have, that it actually won't take that long and stuff. So
yeah, no problem.
We'll just go ahead and get that done. All right, so remember that All right, so remember that one conversation we had, I think it was like last podcast, where it was like, like the difference between a beat maker and a producer and stuff. All right, so basically, once again, freaking Boda producer actually talked about this and all that stuff, and he actually pretty much cleared it up and stuff. But in a sense, I still believe that when you're just like working by yourself and everything, you pretty much are a producer and a beat maker. You're pretty much both of them and everything, because you're basically doing both jobs and everything. But he basically cleared it up. So for anyone that was basically confused for if you were basically a producer or a beat maker, then this guy will clear it up for you. So give me 1 second on this.
All right. This guy's name is Bolo, you said?
Yeah, Bolo the producer. If you don't know who he is, he's basically the platinum producer of Watch Me Nene.
Oh.
So he's
okay. That was a hit.
Yeah, he's the dude who freaking he's the dude who made that. And that shit is like a freaking diamond record, bro. So freaking he got paid good for that.
All right, so he's gonna tell us what the difference between a producer and a beat maker is.
Yeah, pretty much. So if you were ever confused on it, this will clear it all up.
The term producer is being used very openly, and to be honest with you, a lot of people are using that term wrong, because a lot of you guys are just beat makers. You just make beats. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to break this thing down, because we gotta figure out if you are a producer or if you are a beat maker. And of course, I want you guys to leave me some comments in the comment section if you believe you are a producer or a beat maker. All right, before we do that, we have to understand what a producer is. So we have to look up some key words of what's contained in the word producer. One is produce, the other one is product. So let's look up those definitions and see what they mean. All right, so the word produce, it says make or manufacture components of raw materials. And it says the similar words to that is manufacture, make, and construct. Okay, so it's basically saying that you're making something, you're manufacturing something. So let's go ahead and look up the definition of product. So a product is an article or substance that is manufactured or refined for sale. Yeah, that's definitely like what it is, a product. Yeah. All right, so let's look up music producer, which is kind of vaguely spread out all across the internet, but let me see if I can find a definition that kind of makes sense. All right, so I found some. We're on the Berkeley online site, and they're going to give their definition of what it is to be a music producer. It states, what is a music producer? A music producer or record producer assists an artist with their recording project, bringing their vision to fruition and guiding their sound along the way. Being a music producer is in many ways a strange job. What a producer creates can't be seen. What a producer creates is not even an object. If you zoom all the way out, what a music producer does a living is this: vibrate air molecules in such a way that when the air molecules bump against the human life form, that life form feels something.
Makes so much sense.
See?
I've known this all along.
Okay.
Damn. I can't believe that's actually on
So let me
their
go ahead and
website.
give you guys my definition of what a music producer and a beat maker is. A music producer is somebody who just simply does not create the beat. Sometimes a music producer does not even make the beat, but they know how to put all the elements together. A music producer is somebody who is in the studio with an artist, telling the artist, hey, we might need to do this. Or if they're in there with the keyboard player, hey, why don't we change this up? Why don't we take this part out? Why don't we add this? Why don't we add that? Hey, we might need the drums to do this. We might need this to do that. Kind of like Puffy. Puffy is one of the biggest music producers of all times, and even though he had the hitmen doing a lot of the beats, he was constructing a lot of those beats. And as you can see, he did a pretty doggone good job. He's living pretty good. A lot of us just call ourselves producers, but really we're just beat makers. Now, what is a beat maker? A beat maker, to me, is somebody that just sits home, they bang out a whole bunch of beats, and they send them out. They don't give any other advice. They don't do anything else but sit home, make beats, and send them out, and hopefully they will go ahead and get a placement. To me, that's what a beat maker is. They're not involved in the recording process. They don't have a say-so in the recording process or the process of even dropping out a few things or taking out this sound or doing whatever. That is strictly upon the artist. Now, that's why I say some of you guys are beat makers, and some of you guys are also producers, like me. Some days I'm a beat maker, and some days I'm a producer. Most of the days when I'm in the studio and I'm working with the artist, yes, I will sometimes make the beat right there on the spot, which at that point, I'm a beat maker. But then
there's something else coming up.
Nah, he pretty much summed it up right there. But yeah.
Gotcha.
So pretty much
I don't think it's so black and white like that. Like, I definitely agree with to an extent, because let's say, for instance, someone like Decap or some EDM producers or things like that, right? They produce a whole song. They may have some vocals, but they weren't necessarily in the studio with the artist with the vocals.
Yeah.
So what, are they just a beat maker even though they're making a whole song start to finish? Now, what about someone that can't be in the studio, but that's still mixing the vocals after the time, right? After the fact. Because when he said it, he was like someone that is in the studio with them. But I think you can be, what if you're FaceTiming? What if you FaceTime someone and you're like, dude, you should do it with this cadence, or you should do something like that. Technically, they had a part in it, and they did all the qualifications that he said, but they weren't physically in the studio.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
So
I think
yeah, someone that has a part and maybe the process of making a whole song, right? That could be it. I feel like would sum it up a little bit better.
Yeah,
but
honestly, he kind of did say like that.
What if you remix a song? What if you remix a song, or what if you record your own vocals off of it? So what I did like about what he said is that you can be both at different times, because I 100% agree. Like, sometimes you're just making a beat. Like, today, I just made a couple beats. I'm a beat maker today. Yeah. But maybe one other time I decided to play with some vocals, or I helped someone else make a song and got into it that way. So that, I think that distinction needs to be completely made as well. Now, What's your take on this?
Well, definitely, I definitely see where you're coming from and stuff. Yeah, like, especially, like, they don't have to necessarily be in the studio. As long as they had, like, a hand in the creation process, I'm pretty sure that pretty much counts as a producer as well and everything, because you basically helped them out and all that stuff no matter what. So
wait, really quick. So are you saying that it has to be a song with vocals and a beat? That's the only way? Or could it be like an EDM joint, like the stuff you make? Is that there was no producer that made it? It was just a beat maker. I don't even agree that because like technically that's a finished song, right? So that had a whole process to it. Whereas a beat could even stand on its own as well, right? It doesn't necessarily need an artist, but that's one part of the puzzle in some circumstances. So how do you make that distinction?
You know, that actually does make it. That actually does make
Makes
it
it
a
harder.
little bit. Yeah, make it a little bit hard to distinguish it and stuff. Because especially like, you know, like I said before and everything, like anyone could like make the songs now from home and everything, and basically make the beat and make the beat stand out on its own and stuff. So pretty much, yeah, you pretty much are a music producer just like that because you're basically making the beat and pushing it out, promoting it, putting all that stuff. Because like he said, you know, the product is actually like it's a manufactured thing that you put out for sale and stuff. So you're pretty much making your own beat and putting it out there for sale or for streaming and all that stuff. So pretty much, I would say, yeah, that counts as a music producer as well and shit.
And a digital product is still a product, right?
Yeah, it still is.
Because it doesn't technically have to be a physical thing, right? There are lots of products that aren't. Like, take a look at a movie. A movie could be digital or it could be an actual tape or a DVD. Even though you don't really see these days, it's pretty much just Netflix and Hulu.
Yeah.
So products definitely can be digital. Yeah. I could argue this point all day. It's too fun.
Yeah, definitely it's one that literally like again like nowadays and stuff. It's really a tough one to really distinguish and stuff because like really like how could you really distinguish being a music producer and a beat maker when literally you're technically doing both and stuff?
Now I got another one for you. How about someone that makes content? How about someone that makes a YouTube video on how to make beats? They're not just making a beat, they're producing a whole video around how to do it. And there's multiple parts to that, right? There's editing the video. There's getting the vocals to sound right in your video, right? We have to do a whole vocal chain for our vocals to make it sound right, like you're hearing right now. We didn't just plug in the mic and go. There's a lot of plugins on my vocals, at least. Are you using a mic or are you using your headset?
I have a microphone.
Okay, so you had to do something like that as well. And then you got to edit the videos and you got to put gradients over the videos and you got to do all these extra little things. So now, could that be a music producer or is that just a video producer? Because technically, if vocals and a beat is the only determination between it, then you could say this is actually a music producer because your vocals are going over top of the beat while you're describing and playing it. That's another little layer.
That's actually a good argument and all that stuff, but definitely I would say
a video.
Yeah, I would definitely say it falls more into like the video producer because you are actually producing a video for YouTube and all that stuff. But it does kind of fall in a little bit since you're working with audio as well and shit.
Yeah, it's a complex subject. I don't think it's so white and black. Like he made it out to be a little white and black, but no, I understand. Well, not in terms of race. You know what I'm saying? Black and white.
Yeah, I get
like it's this and not this.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot more complex, and I think maybe there should be other words, right? That's another thing that's bad about the English language, or even just all languages in general. There isn't enough words to describe everything, right? There isn't, and especially you see this, not condoning this, but like when people do ayahuasca or they smoke DMT, we don't condone any of this, by the way, guys. Don't do that. But when you hear people talk about the stories, they're like, I don't even know what to say. We don't have words to describe this. So it's like there's certain things that you do that you don't even have all the words to describe, and we're very limited on what we can actually use. So that limitation right there also makes defining things harder in a sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, honestly, I could just say right now, this whole subject on that and everything, that could honestly be a podcast in and of itself. Like, that could last for, like, a good freaking hour and a half and shit, for real. For real. But, yeah, I don't want to, like, clog that up for this one and everything, because there's, like, so many
come on, let's go, man. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Yeah, I don't want to clog it up. I just
You're
want
like, let's get
freaking
that stuff.
yeah.
You're like, I got more, man. I got more layers to add on too. Let me just keep thinking about it. You
Yeah.
just keep going the whole night. Oh my god.
All right. So and the last one I just wanted to talk about. I don't know if you all I don't know if any of y'all own Vital or anything or have like the free version of it, but their
What is it?
latest update and all that stuff is actually pretty dope and stuff. It's update 1.5. I actually did a live stream of this on my channel, so if you'd like to go and see that live stream and see how I tested it out, definitely go for it. But yeah, definitely.
What's that?
Vital is basically, it's a VST plugin. It's a synth and all stuff. It kind of functions exactly like Serum and stuff. It's a wavetable synthesizer that you can create like, you know, great sounds with and all that stuff. So their latest update that they put out. Yay, what's good, Handix? How you doing today, bro? But yeah, in their latest update, they added this effect in their since it's like a spectral morphine wavetable. They added like this thing where you can add like custom filters and a custom flanger and all that stuff and just really like go crazy with the sound and stuff. That shit was freaking nuts, man. I tried that out and I actually made some pretty unique sounds that day. That was really nice.
Nice.
So I actually want to just pull up just the patch notes real quick so that way I could see the
How much is it? Do you remember?
well, you could get the free version and also the free version.
Yeah.
You can get it for free.
You can get a
and
free
stuff.
version of every plugin.
Yeah. But I think its actual price is only like, I think it's like only $30 or something. I'll probably have to look it up.
Dang, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah, it's a pretty cheap plugin, but it really works and all that stuff. Especially if you don't have Serum and you're just looking for a nice wavetable type of synth and everything, then freaking that's a good alternative right there.
Now, does it come with a lot of presets though? Because I'm a preset guy.
Oh yeah, it does. It even comes with custom wavetables and stuff, so you can even mess around with the custom wavetables they have and shit.
Yeah.
My favorite ones are
really
the ones that
all that technically.
Yeah, my favorite ones, the favorite wavetables I mess with are the Glorglunk. I think that's his name, Glorglunk. But his wavetables go crazy and everything. Like if you ever wanted like a cheat code for making some cool like EDM sounds and everything, freaking definitely go through those wavetables and you'll freaking come up with something in like seconds.
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's see.
Pulling this up.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up just real quick. All right, so basically what they have and everything is they installed a undo and redo, which they didn't have before, and that really helps out when you're sound designing and you accidentally make a mistake and you don't want to go through the whole process of making the sound again. So that's already a plus. They added a new spectral warp mode, a custom filter, custom flanger, and phaser, which really helps out and stuff. It basically functions kind of like Serum's remap function, but just with flangers and phasers now. So if you ever mess with the remap mode, you know what that's about. They added ASIO support for standalone because they didn't have that before and everything. It actually made it buggy as hell. But now that they have it, it actually runs smoothly. They optimize CPU usage for sample rates above 48 kilohertz, which honestly really makes the whole thing run 10 times smoother on your DAW and stuff. Because before and everything, you get like certain spikes in your CPU whenever you were making stuff with it. But now with this, it kind of like keeps it level and stuff. So that's really nice. And
there goes everybody in my chat.
Yeah,
everybody just left. You must have been entertaining them a lot.
That's my fault. That's my fault. But yeah, pretty much there's a bunch of new stuff and everything in there. So definitely go and give it a look if you're ever into it and stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. That undo redo thing. I figured that would be like a standard thing that they would have had in the plugin, but just like I thought it would be standard to have the find search functionality in FL Studio, but shit, I guess not. I guess I'm just too spoiled with Ableton as it is.
Hell yeah, man. Ableton is such a powerful DAW, man. Like, trust me, every time I get back into it, it surprises me every day.
Yep. Okay, so.
Oh, Vital in itself is
this
fully
revenue split?
free. You pay for extra presets, basically. Oh, okay, so. Alright. That makes sense. Thank you, Henix.
You want to get into the revenue split?
Yeah, definitely. That's all the ones I really wanted to talk about.
What?
Yeah, that's all the ones I had for now and stuff.
Okay, you don't want to talk about the revenue split that you put on here?
Oh, well, since if that's something that you're basically gonna be talking about, then heck, we can go straight into that.
Hey, we're doing this together, man. But yeah, let's jump in here. So the Twitch revenue split plus YouTube creator help. Okay, yeah. So basically, what's going on now is Twitch decided to sort of, you'll see what we mean, but they're kind of taking away this 70-30 deal that they have going on with their larger creators. So the top 10% of creators on Twitch, the people that have, 1,000+ viewers on their live streams, they cracked out a special deal with Twitch to where they get to keep 70% of the revenue that they make on their subscribers. So the people that pay $5.99 a month or whatever, they get to keep 70% of that, and Twitch only takes 30. Now everybody else that is a partner, they get to do a 50-50 split with Twitch. So technically Twitch only gets to keep 50 and they get the other 50. So that's what's normal. But it was really weird because it was kind of secret that these other guys were giving 70-30. Twitch didn't make this like a public thing. The only reason people found out is because those people spoke out about it. And they actually mentioned this in one of their notes. They're like, it was kind of weird that we did this in private, so now what they want to do is they want to change it back to 50-50 for everybody. But not quite. What they're going to do is they're going to change it back 50-50 for those bigger creators only after they make $100,000 of revenue. So they get the 70-30 split up to $100,000, and then after that, they axe it down to 50-50. And that's per month, by the way, $100,000 per month. So you got to be like one of the top dogs making crazy bank, right? So they're letting them get that much. And yeah, this only affects 10%, and it only takes effect after that, that 100K profit at the 70-30 split. Now let me pull this up really quick. So that's a little bit crazy. I thought it was interesting that not everybody knew about this. It was almost like they had like a secret program going on for the larger creators.
Yeah.
Because only they would know about it. Okay, so this says, for these streamers still with the premium deals, we're adjusting the deals that they retain their 70-30 revenue share split for the first 100K earned through subscription revenue. Revenue above that, at the standard 50-50 will start happening, right? So we're announcing this change now, but it's not going to go into effect until like June of next year. So basically like a year and a half from now, a little bit over a year and a half. So you got some time to prepare. After that point, streamers will only be affected once their existing contract is up for renewal. All streamers with these terms have already received this notification or information via an email, and we'll make sure to give them the exact updates and timelines as we get closer. So this obviously means that it's still up in the air. Anything could happen. They have a year and a half at least before this is going to take effect. So you never know. This could go away, but it's crazy. And yeah, as you can see down here, it says for approximately 90% of streamers on standard agreements, this isn't even a thing, right? So that's the thing. It's only the top dogs, but it's just crazy that they're doing this now, right? Like, why now? And after $100,000, it's like, how much more are they actually going to make that month? It just seems like weird to even do it at all, don't you think? Why would they do it at all if they're gonna say after 100,000? Just seems kind of odd to me.
Yeah, like what's the difference between having like $100,000 a month and everything, and what normal people make normally, and also like some streamers don't even touch 100 grand a month and everything. They probably barely get, if you're like a really good decent streamer, possibly like a good like 10 to 15 grand a month or something. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's really good. You're making over 100 grand on Twitch. But the interesting also thing was this is only for the subscriptions too. This isn't including donations. So all of that, I think you get the full amount, or I'm assuming that's how it goes. At least you get the full amount for like donations and super chats and stuff like that. So this is technically only affecting the monthly subscriptions that people pay to be a part of your squad and not have to watch the ads and stuff like that.
Wow. Well, I just know that a lot of good people on Twitch and everything, they make a good amount off of those subs and everything. So if for them to freaking have a 50-50 split like that, that's kind of like a kick in the nuts if you think about it.
Yeah. Now, get ready for this, man. I wish there was an easier way for me to read this. I have two screens, but let me get over here. So, let's talk about YouTube coming for Twitch's throat, because this falls right in line with it. In 2023, YouTube will make a fan funding easier, which is like super stickers, super chats, memberships, all that stuff. They'll make it easier for you to get that. So if people want to switch from Twitch to YouTube, they're going to make it easier for you to start monetizing right away through streaming. And it's way better, right? And they're doing this to directly compete with Twitch so that Twitch streamers can come over to the platform and start doing it right away, right?
Yeah.
But the thing about YouTube is no matter what size of a creator you are, you're always going to get your 70% cut. There is no funny business going on. How about that? Also, you can customize your memberships on YouTube, right? So you could do a membership for $1, $5, because, you know, some people might not have $5 every month to spend. There are people out there that don't have that much money to throw at a streamer, right? So you can customize your memberships. You can give them, like, special things per tier ranking. You can, the special rewards. You can give them different tiers and different things that they can earn, and you can have different levels, which is a whole new thing. And YouTube, one other thing that kind of adds on to this is that, like, YouTube is also coming out with a music-funded library, which is basically all copyrighted music that you can play during the streams and not have to worry about your stream getting claimed. Because that's a huge thing as well. If you want to monetize your streams, which you can monetize them on YouTube, they're gonna allow you to do copyrighted music on there. And actually, let me pull this up really quick. I'm gonna show you guys some of the details of this here.
Wow, that's actually freaking nuts, man.
Freaking crazy, man.
Actually, like now, like actually putting that all together in my head and everything, I'm like, damn, like YouTube's freaking making a big move right now.
Seriously, man. So it says starting in early 2023. Oh wait, hold on, this is the wrong one. Damn, did I get? Maybe I accidentally got the wrong one, right? Because I wasn't trying to find the shorts. Shorts focus creators. Interesting. Maybe I don't have a. Let me double check this really quick. I might have accidentally got rid of the link. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's right here. Why didn't I? Okay, let me just pull this up. Give me 5 seconds. Thought I already had this loaded ahead of time, but let's see. Yeah. Made on YouTube, supporting the next wave of creative entrepreneurs. So there's just a couple little things in here.
All right.
Scroll down a little bit. Oh, okay, so I was on the right page. How come it's talking about shorts, though?
I think shorts might have something to do with it.
Yeah, so that was a separate thing I wanted to talk about as well. But like, yeah, YouTube offers like 10 different ways for people to make money on their thing, right? So instead of just like the one way through like subscriptions and earning stuff through obviously live streaming, with YouTube you can do everything, right? You can do short form content, you can do long form content, you can do shorts, you can do live streams. can basically do everything. So that's why YouTube's like, all right, we're coming for your neck.
Wow.
Okay, so early in 2023, Shorts-focused creators can apply to YouTube by meeting a threshold of 1,000 subscribers and 10 million shorts over 90 days. So right now, the only way to become monetized was to have 1,000 subscribers and also 4,000 watch hours per month. But YouTube's saying, well, for people that do shorts, right, it's short form content, it's going to be harder for them to get 4,000 watch hours if it's under a minute per piece of content. So they're also making a new thing here that says, as long as you have 1,000 subscribers and 10 million views in 3 months, will also allow you. But, 10 million views is a lot, but YouTube is really pushing shorts super hard right now. So,
oh yeah,
if you're someone that goes on TikTok and goes crazy, you could definitely make it here because they're pushing it as hard as TikTok used to push them.
Oh, that's nuts.
Yeah, man. So yeah, like I said, there's various ways that you can make money from ads and long form content, and then fan funding, which is again those like super stickers and different things like that where they donate to directly. Yeah, man. So they're doing kind of a lot to compete with Twitch in that realm. Now, hold up really quick. Since we're talking about shorts, YouTube also wants to make shorts more monetizable. So like I said, they're pushing shorts way faster, but now they're monetizing them more. So they have been monetized for a long time, right? So since they came out, you can make some money off the ads, but now they're making it you can make quite a bit more money off of them, right? Before you made like pretty much nothing. A crazy thing is also you get to keep 45% of the ad revenue, which is unheard of because like obviously the memberships, that whole thing is completely different, but like ad revenue, you're lucky if they give you 10%, but they're giving you 45% of that. And yeah, that's going to be based on the amount of views you get on your shorts, depending on how much money you're going to make off of that.
Wow.
So that's freaking crazy as well. Let's see. After 10, okay, yeah, so the 10 billion views, or million views, billion, that'd be crazy.
Imagine.
And YouTube is creating a system right now where you can be a full YouTube person just by doing shorts. So you don't have to make content and do these other things. They're figuring out the system right now to where obviously they're increasing how much ads you make. They're making a whole system designed around being able to use just shorts to fund your whole career. So you could go into YouTube right now and you could just be someone that makes shorts. Like you could pretend it's TikTok if you wanted to. And then you also have the functionality of everything else that YouTube has, like the live streaming. You have long form content, short form content. You can post on your community tab and let people know, right? A community tab is a huge thing that's new. You also have your stories or whatever. You can do stories on YouTube now where you post stories of things that you're doing. So you can get a hold of them that way as well. So there's a lot of ways to interact with your viewers and subscribers on there.
That's nuts.
And also YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, second to Google. So everything's there. It's just easier for your fans to be there because they're probably already there to begin with. And also, which I thought was really cool, is that YouTube, I think Twitch might do this, but YouTube is also giving a monthly bonus to creators who post shorts, anywhere from like $100 to $10K a month.
What the hell?
Yeah, let me pull that up.
Yo, that is. You weren't lying. You weren't lying when you said, "Yo, you're gonna freaking love the fact you're going to YouTube."
yeah, I would stay on YouTube now, so you can start getting traction.
Dang,
so here's
I didn't know they were hooking it up like that. Holy shit!
Yeah, if you want to make money from YouTube Shorts, one way to do that is through the $100 million Shorts Fund. This is something that YouTube announced in 2021, and the platform has promised to reward creators with a monthly bonus that comes directly from this money pot. The bonuses range from $100 to $10,000, but the exact amount depends on your shorts performance in the previous month, right? Of course it does. So what you have to do to be eligible is post an original YouTube short every 180 days. So basically you have to post 2 a year to be eligible. Be at least 13 years or older. follow the community guidelines and monetization policies, and live in the country. So basically, if you post 2 shorts a year, you're eligible.
Wow.
Once you meet these requirements, you're in the running to receive a shorts bonus if you're selected. Oh, interesting. So you have to be selected. I wonder. Let's see if they tell us how you're selected. YouTube will contact you within the first week of the month, and you'll have until the 25 of that same month to claim your bonus. Interesting. I didn't realize it was a random selection. I wonder how that works a little bit more. And here's some examples of creators that have made it. TN Craft, $200 for 7 million short view. And maybe you just have to, maybe you're picked after you get a certain amount of views, because like 7 million views is crazy.
Yeah.
So $200 for 7 million, $300 for 5 million. Oh, interesting. You got more for less. $2,300 for 130 million. Now, these look like huge numbers, obviously, but like if you know anything about TikTok, a random person could get 100,000 to 1 million views on something just tiny. So
yeah,
and the way that YouTube is pushing these right now, I mean, it is what it is. So
hell yeah.
But yeah,
man.
so they are actually pushing shorts about as crazy as TikTok is. I mean, YouTube wants to be Big Daddy here. They want to take over everything, man. They want to be the only place that you need to go to, period, to do any sort of content.
They want to be the number one place for media. That's what they want to do, man. They want to be the conglomerate of that, all that.
Big time, and they're not stopping.
Oh no, especially like with all that, like holy crap. Like just from all that alone is like, damn, like they really want this shit. Like if you're willing to put out that much support for your creators like that and everything, you really want that shit. You really want it. Like, come on. Like, I don't see any other place doing that.
Split 70-30 to everybody, not just the top 10%. And after 100K, or after 100K goes down, so they're giving everyone their 7-30 split on memberships alone. And I also heard under the radar that YouTube is working on their GUI, their graphical user interface, so that they can be more competitive with Twitch. Because one thing is like Twitch obviously makes it more fun to interact on there, right?
Yeah.
They have the trains or whatever, the subscriber chains. When people do that kind of stuff, it pops up and it makes it fun.
Yeah.
And they got like crazy emojis or emotes, and they just have like a really nice UI that makes streaming, and it makes the whole platform just a lot more fun to be on. So YouTube is in the works right now on upgrading their streaming so that they're more competitive. It's more fun to be there, and it's easier to like get memberships, right? Because right now memberships are kind of like under the radar. They're not as well known as other things. You know what I'm saying? Like the bigger streamers, you know, like H3, I don't watch them, by the way, not a fan. But people like that, they're getting a lot of members and memberships because they're so giant. But like smaller streamers, it's like it's still under the radar. It's still a newer thing. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
they're definitely competing, bro. They're like, we're gonna take over Twitch, and especially with all the drama and craziness that's been happening on Twitch lately, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's looking like a can of sardines over there.
Oh
and
yeah,
not the good kind.
Between the whole like revenue split that they already did, and then on top of all that, like I said, they're for like the whole like online gambling thing, they basically just like push that under the rug and everything, basically going like, oh yeah, we'll get rid of some gambling, but you could still like do gambling on this, you can still do because technically, you know, it's not like phishing, like a phishing scam or something like that where freaking, you know, they're trying to just take your money. It's still like legal gambling and everything. I'm like, still, that's freaking gambling on Twitch, bro. Like everyone made an outcry about this to take it off, and you're still not gonna take it off. Like, okay, I see. It's the same how I felt about, like, I think we talked about this earlier when, like, the moment they started having the freaking pool and hot tub streams and everything, I was like, yo, where the hell is this going, bro? Like, now you're just...
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the hell this platform is anymore and stuff.
Just a jerk-off site at that point. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's just a...
Hey, what's going on, Nate? Yeah, man, we just covered this 70-30 whole split thing. We just went into a spiel about that. But, yeah, man, you're right. And that whole gambling thing, let's dive into that a little bit more. So Twitch is getting rid of or not allowing people to gamble on certain things like slots and more addictive things. They're also getting rid of those online casinos, so you're not allowed to do those. But you can go to certain sites that do like blackjack or poker or things like that. Things that, you know, like are actual games that people play. You know, like there's actually like poker like series where there's professional players that all compete and stuff like that. So that's more of a game with betting as a side. They're getting rid of the gambling that's like all betting, right? The flashy stuff like the slots and things that get you addicted and hooked and make you want to watch it. Those are the things they're really trying to get rid of, and those online casinos are a big part of it. Ha ha, Aiden Ross, right? Fuck that. And like a lot of the other streamers like Pokimane, and there was a couple other big streamers like her that were, when this started happening and it just started getting out of control, they were like, hey, we're gonna go on strike. We're not gonna stream anymore if you don't do something about these people. And that was like the final urge that got Twitch to say, all right, I guess, are we doing this thing? I guess we're doing this thing. So like they helped a lot with that push, and there's other creators that were doing the gambling streams that are like pissed off at Pokemon and those people because of it. So yeah. Here, I got actually a website. Let's see if there's anything on here I haven't mentioned yet. Let's see.
It just hurts really me and all stuff as a creator and stuff, because literally like there's like thousands of voices that like are literally saying stop this, but apparently it takes the top 1% to freaking do something before they even do anything. It's like, bro, you're not gonna listen to the other freaking 1,000 people who freaking told you to stop doing this? Like, man.
Well, they'll lose a lot of their customer base if they do it, right? Because they hold the most amount of viewers, and that's another thing about Twitch is like, it's like the top viewers have like all the viewers, and then the smaller ones have none. So that's why it's like that. There's such a gap, such a separation on Twitch. Yeah. But let's read a little bit of this really quick. So it's been roughly 24 hours for people broadcasting in purple after a scandal that broke on Twitch. Yeah, if you guys don't know, there was a streamer called Slicker who would do a lot of gambling streams, and he scammed his fans out of $200,000 because he would actually message them and voice chat them and say that he was broke and he needed the money for like to pay taxes and other things like that. So after that, that's what kind of started the whole riot, and then Pokemon and these other people jumped out. So they tried to get him to do something larger about it, underlying that problem. And Gambling Many have been arguing for a while now, right? Yeah, people have been upset about it since it started coming to Twitch, like bigger and bigger, but it's becoming a scourge on the platform. A number of rich creators promoted potentially harmful content to young, impressionable fans. That's the other thing, is like a lot of these people like Aiden Ross and other people who are doing it, their fan bases are mostly like young kids. So it's like you're literally just showing this content to young kids who are malleable, and they might get addicted and want to do it. And like another thing Aiden Ross does, screw Aiden Ross, but another thing that fucker does is he gives away money, but the only way to make money, the only way to get the giveaways is if you make an account on those online gambling websites. He can tip it to you on that website in crypto. So they have to tip it to you on that website, and then the kids who are not old enough to make their own wallets, and they don't know how to work all of that crazy technology, what are they going to do with that money? They're going to gamble it. So it's just a disgusting stream of harmful events that people are just so money stricken that they will literally do anything. They'll sacrifice their ethics to do anything. But let me continue. I kind of got off on a tangent. While Twitch appeared to just let it happen for a while, Amazon-owned platform announced a massive change regarding the gambling streams today that will have big ramifications for creators and viewers alike. According to a new update issued on social media, Twitch will no longer allow streaming gambling of sites that include slots, roulette, or dice games that aren't licensed in the U.S. or other jurisdictions that provide sufficient consumer protections. The list currently includes, here's some of those websites I was talking about: Stake, Rollbit, Dualbit, Roobet. Through Twitch, says that it may expand to other companies as they evaluate the situation. Twitch will, however, continue to allow sports betting, fantasy sports, and poker, right? Things that are only money, or that aren't only gambling based, right? Poker, there's still a game around it. Sports, there's still a game around it. So it's not like betting is the only thing that's involved there, like, for instance, slots and roulette. So those are the different things that are, that's kind of the reasoning behind it. But like they said, they may expand to include those later on. Yeah, these appear to be the highest level changes that will take effect starting on October 18th, and Twitch is geared to share more specifics soon. So that's coming up here in the next month. They're gonna be cracking down, baby. So Aiden Ross, get that last dollar, mother.
Yeah, you better freaking flee the country and all that stuff, man, because a lot of people are gonna be looking for you.
Right. And here's the actual. Oh, I'm not gonna open it. If I can read out this really quick, and then we'll wrap it up here. This is what Twitch actually said. Gambling content on Twitch has been a big topic of discussion in the community and something we've been actively reviewing since our last policy update in this area. Today we want to update you on our plans. While we prohibit sharing links or referral codes to all sites that include slots, roulette, or dice games, we've seen some people circumvent those rules and expose our community to potential harm. Like I was just saying, Aiden Ross does that. He doesn't share the links, right? But he has them go on there and use the referral code to get the money. Yeah. Now, obviously, they're doing it in a way that kind of slides by the Twitch, like their specific rules. They're able to do it in a way, but it's the same exact thing. They're able to do it under the radar, but they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So, while we prohibit sharing links or referral codes to all sites that include slots, roulette, or dice games, we've seen some people circumvently, and that's probably like Aiden Ross. So we'll be making a policy update October 18th to prohibit streaming of gambling sites that include slots, roulette, dice games that aren't licensed in the U.S. or other jurisdictions that provide sufficient consumer protection. These sites will include stake, roulette, the stuff we just described. We will continue to allow websites that focus on sports betting. We'll share specifics on this October 18th when it's all in effect. So yeah, man, I'm glad they're actually cracking down on it because that's ruining the quality of Twitch streams as well, man. People are just in it for the money, and it just ruins it, man. No one wants to go on there and watch that, but kids are getting addicted to it. So
yeah,
it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing whatsoever.
Yeah, I definitely feel you there, bro. Cause yeah, even that's honestly why I kind of freaking started leaving Twitch myself and everything. Was just the atmosphere around it was just like, yeah, like I'm just doing this just to get money and stuff. Like usually when I first watched Twitch, like when it was first established and everything, like again, it was like a safe haven for like gamers and all that stuff, and the vibe was just different and stuff, you know, like everyone was just chill. You got to see some cool ass highlights and all that stuff, so it was awesome and all that stuff. But now it's gotten to the point where I guess everyone wants to try and like work for themselves and everything, so they just focus on the money much that they forget the fact that, yo, bro, this is the following that you're putting onto yourself, and freaking again, you're influencing these people and stuff. And these are kids and all stuff that you're influencing and stuff. That's what makes it disgusting, because I have a niece myself who freaking watches Twitch and all stuff, and God knows who the fuck she's watching and stuff, you know what I mean?
Exactly, man. You never know, and they're so impressionable when they're young like that. Now, Gavin Wood says, Twitch is a business. They don't actually care if kids are gambling because of their platform. What's up?
Oh, sorry. I was getting a focus on my
thought you were telling me to stop.
No, I was getting the focus on my camera.
Twitch is a business. They don't actually care if kids are gambling because of their platform, and they don't care because they're making a ton of money from it. I think you are 100% wrong about that, Gavin Wood. Obviously, they might have let it go on longer if no one made a fuss about it, but they're absolutely not making money off of it. In fact, when a YouTuber starts gambling, like let's say Aiden Ross, like he's doing some kind of, like I've actually seen this, so when he's doing like an E-date or something like that, he'll get like 100,000 viewers, and as soon as he starts gambling, it goes down to 30,000. So they're actually losing viewers when they do that. It's making them more lazy. And how is Twitch profiting off that completely? They're not. Only profit Twitch is making is maybe off the ad revenue and the subscriptions from the subscribers that are watching. But if their viewers are going down when they gamble, then they're actually losing money. And it's making them lazy. It's making the content lazy. Yeah, you said ad revenue, but yeah, like I just explained, they're not. They're losing out on it. Because let's say instead of gambling, they did a longer E-date, or they did some other content like played a game. They would keep a majority of their viewers there. Instead, they lose a lot when they go into doing gambling. But there still is a lot of people, like even though he loses, 2/3 of his viewers, that's still a lot of people that are watching the gambling. So that's still a lot of impressionable minds.
Yeah.
And he also gets them to watch it by saying, we're doing giveaways. We're giving away $1,000 to 20 different people or 100 people. And so, of course, the kids are going to stay because they're the ones that want the money and they don't realize what it's all going towards. So, but yeah, regardless of the fact, I bet they would have let it go on longer if people didn't make a giant fuss about it. That's 100% true. But yeah, it's crazy, man.
I'm sorry, it's just that one kind of hit deep because again, like I have a niece and all that stuff, so to actually hear shit like that, it's like, man,
yeah,
you just never know who's got bad intentions, good intentions. You never know in this world anymore.
Really. And I remember actually some streamers would like stream with Drake, and then obviously the streams are gonna go up regardless of that because everybody's like, we've never seen Drake outside of his music. Like we don't know what he's actually like.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him outside of that, so everybody wants to come in and be like, oh, Drake is actually kind of cool on the side. They want to see what he's like in person and how he interacts with these different content creators. So
yeah, that's
pretty dangerous as well, getting these huge people to do it. I mean, I imagine they're paying Drake an arm and a leg to do it, but that's a bad one, man, because like that's just gonna attract more and more people to come see it, and then the underlying thing is, hey, we're gambling, we're spending a ton of money, and they were spending like millions at a time. Like
yeah,
Drake
for
and
real.
I think Trainwreck did one with him, and they lost like millions over the course of minutes. So
wow,
it's bad, man. It's bad.
Yeah, that's freaking nuts for sure.
Yes, sir. Damn, man. I don't know. I feel like that was a pretty darn good stream. How long have we been going for? Let's see, about an hour and a half. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Unless you had anything else you wanted to talk about, I mean, we could wrap it up there.
No,
but yeah, man, I thought this was really good. We had a lot of really good topics. We can chop this up into some shorter forms, but overall, it was a good turnout for my new channel as well. We had about 4 to 5 people the whole time, so can't complain about that whatsoever.
Nice.
For a new channel, first time going live, and I appreciate everybody for watching and hanging out with us, and everybody in KaBlam's chat as well. Appreciate you guys for coming through and hanging out with us. It's been dope, man. It's been a good one. We had a lot of fun topics. I could talk about this stuff all day, but yeah, man.
Oh yeah,
what do you think, man? Should we call it?
Especially the whole music producer one. I already know like the difference between a music producer and beat maker. I could tell that could be a 2-hour podcast in and of itself and everything, because there's so many different layers. So many different layers and many different distinguishes to what makes a producer and a beat maker and stuff. So it's like what really makes it that. So that could actually be a good topic for the next one.
Yeah.
So that could be a topic for the next one.
And I think there's just too much concern around the labeling, bro. Like, who gives a crap, dude? Everyone's a music producer.
Yeah, pretty much.
There's just too much labeling around it. And then to get to the fact where it's like, well, you can be one day and you can be not one another day. You can be just a beat maker this day. It's like, dude, just who cares, bro? Call yourself whatever you want to call yourself, man.
Yeah, because
as long as it's not something that requires a degree, like calling yourself a doctor. Like, if you're not calling yourself a doctor or something like that, call yourself whatever you want, dude. It's your life. No one's gonna stop you. It's not the end of the world. Just let people be happy. You know? Why does it matter? Why does it matter?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, it really is just a label. It's just a label you put on yourself and everything. It's how you individually identify yourself and all that stuff. It's a label that you identify yourself with.
Big facts, man. Big facts, my man.
But yeah, definitely everyone that came through on my chat, definitely go give I have all of Fearless Beatz links in the chat in the description and stuff. So definitely go subscribe to his YouTube, his second YouTube, his SoundCloud, as well as go follow him on IG and stuff if you actually would like to see more of his beats on stories and stuff. So
appreciate that, man.
But yeah,
and all
this was
of
definitely
KaBlam's
awesome.
links are in the description below of this video as well. Go check him out. Yeah, man. As you can see, dope guy. Get along pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, dude, it's been fun. I'm excited to keep doing these.
Oh yeah, friggin' I'll keep looking, finding more topics and stuff, cause man, like, there's a
Yeah.
lot happening in the world and stuff, so there's always something to talk about.
There's always something with the news, and regardless if it's something to do with content creation or music production, or there's always something, man. There's always something crazy going on. So,
Oh yeah.
and I mean, we could even talk about like music and new albums that came out if that comes up. So there's
Oh yeah, I
it's
would definitely
unlimited,
like to
man.
talk
We'll
about
never
that.
run out.
I would definitely like to talk about that because there are some albums
Yeah.
where I would literally like to have like a deep conversation on like like your on like my own intricate thoughts and everything on like what I go through when I listen to an album and stuff. Like what do I listen to first and what I pick up on later and stuff because it takes me like multiple listens on an album to really take it all in
Yeah.
and stuff.
Good point.
But
Good
but
point.
once I take it all in, I can actually form a good cohesive narrative and all that stuff where I'm like, all right, I like it because
Yeah.
the beats were like this and all that stuff, or I like this song because it did this and stuff and shit. So that's gonna be awesome. I'd
Okay.
love to do that.
Oh, sorry for interrupting you. Yeah, man, I 100% agree. And should we plan on a beat battle next weekend?
Matter of fact, yeah, I'm down for that.
Are you down? I'll throw in a $50 prize. You don't have to throw in anything. It'll be like a $50 prize. We'll do a beat battle. It'll be on. We'll both stream again,
Yeah.
and we'll have like one joint email. We'll pick out people from both the streams. We can both like announce it too. Like halfway through the week, we can make like content posts on our YouTube and stuff, or on our Instagram if you want.
Yeah.
And we can both host it, and it can be people from both of our communities, and we can have like a nice $50 prize. I'll also give my drum kits away, and yeah,
Ooh,
dude, and then we'll see
nice.
who's got the best beats. Regardless if you make dubstep, EDM, trap beats, R&B,
Yep.
it works, man. It's all good, and yeah, I think if we want to plan on that, we could do that Saturday or Sunday, and we'll pick a time this week, and then we can like do some posts and let everybody know if you're down.
Oh yeah, I would definitely say let's shoot for at least Saturday on that and stuff because honestly Sundays
Okay.
I really do like just chilling and doing the podcast and stuff because that's just like a nice chill day.
Yeah. Yeah, that way we can still do our podcast on Sunday too. How about that? So yeah, we could do it Saturday sometime. I'm down.
Hell yeah. Then we'll
Get the
get that
details
set
straightened
up.
out, and then we'll let everybody know.
Hell yeah.
Cool, man. Well, all right. Enjoy the rest of your night, my man, and I will talk to you very soon.
All right. You as well, man. Freaking you have a great night.
All right. Take care, man. Have a good one.
All right, guys. That was a nice little talk and stuff, man. Appreciate everyone that showed out to the stream tonight, man. Appreciate everyone who stuck by for the topics and stuff. Definitely go show some love to Fearless Beatz in his in the description and stuff. Go sub to his YouTube for music production tools on Ableton. Definitely subscribe to the second one to get notified of all the live streams we put up. And also follow him on SoundCloud and IG and all stuff to support his beats and stuff. So definitely, until next time, guys, I'll see y'all next Sunday for the next podcast. And we'll probably even do the beat battle on Saturday, so we'll be doing that as well. Until then, peace out, and y'all have a good evening, y'all.